put back the sugar. They are powerless to console. We gathered here to sprinkle ashes on our late friend's cereal bowl. A breakfast club is say the motto that it taught us to repeat. You will lose it in your gym class if you wait till noon to eat. And back when the chess club said our eggs were soft, every Monday he'd say grace and hold our juice.
Hi, welcome to a special edition of Fresh Off the Dome with just me and Chango Blank here on a Sunday night trying to wrap up our week. I said wrap up our week. I can't. Sometimes you just can't talk.
Yeah, sometimes.
That's most of the time for me, I feel like.
It's most of the time.
So your birthday was yesterday, man. How's it feel?
Oh, man, it feels old. Feels old to get older.
Right? I never thought you'd make it this long, Chang, to be honest with you. I'm proud of you.
That's obviously a joke, but...
Is it, though?
I take that as a compliment.
Is it?
I hope it is.
You never had any questionable years out there?
A lot of questionable years.
Oh, really?
All of college was questionable.
That's true. What specifically feels older about being it? You're 30 or 31?
Man, what you got?
All right, my bad. All right, I was just gonna do it. All right, my bad.
We gotta do that.
Should I edit it? Should I edit it out?
You don't know how to edit.
I can edit a piece out for sure.
I don't think you have that capability.
Hey, I've got full range capabilities. I live my life by that rule. If you think it can happen, you can make it happen. Right?
Yeah, sure. But yeah, man.
You're right. That adulthoodness has come with some negative energy. I could tell your dreams are dying slowly in your voice. I could feel it.
Yeah. I guess.
I'm kidding, dude. Relax.
But I mean, I feel like you still have a lot of space to cover.
You do got a lot of ground to cover. It's mostly like, I honestly think it's like if you keep in shape too, because I was sick last week, or I've been sick for like a few weeks. But allergies are going crazy. I think allergies are really bad this year. And I was like, and when you're not sick, you realize how grateful you are to be like. It made me like I was so thankful. Like, dude, it was weird. Because I was sick for like 3 weeks. I forgot like what it felt like just to be good, normal, to be able to do things. So I can imagine if you had like a real serious health issue, I couldn't imagine.
You could imagine.
It would bum me out. It would bum me out with depression too, because I'm an active person.
Right. So it would affect you psychologically. Yeah.
And I think same thing with taking care of your body normally. This is the only one you're gonna have. It's not like you can go and change it. So when people don't eat right and don't exercise, I never understood that. Like, it's like having a car, the only car you'll ever have. And instead of changing the oil and, checking the brakes and stuff, you fucking are just ramming curves and doing 90, It's just dangerous to do.
Doing 100.
Yeah, put
out the window like Dave.
But putting in not unleaded not unleaded gasoline, just eating shit. You know?
Putting water where you need to put gas. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's the way I look at it. But you seem pretty healthy, so you should be. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You should be good.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not what's on the outside, what's on the inside, right? It's like health is all about internal stuff.
I mean,
you could look healthy, but are you really healthy?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Jordan Villarreal is a good example of that.
Why you call him?
Guy looks healthy, but because I've seen him eat. Man, I honestly never seen Jordan eat a vegetable. I'm not trying to be funny either. It's like alcoholism, but with vegetables. Like, we had to sit him down and be like, "Look, man, we need you to eat some broccoli.
Just try one, just one."
He could get, what was the thing that pirates got from not eating enough vegetables?
You can get that.
There's a disease that what is it called?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, pirates used to get it. It makes your teeth fall out. It's so you don't have enough. I don't even know, enough vitamins or something in your blood. And is it ganja? No, I don't know.
That sounds like paraphernalia.
It's a real thing. No, scurvy. That's what it is. Scurvy. If you get scurvy, you ever heard pirates getting the scurvy? It's because they were out in the ocean.
Scurvy, yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. The disease of pirates.
There you go. See?
Lack of vitamin C. Yeah. I mean, you just naturally, as you get older, you just naturally know that fruits and vegetables are good for you. You think some people just don't know that, or you think they just don't want to adhere by that?
Honestly, when I was at my, you know, I used to be overweight, obviously. You know, I weighed at my heaviest in college.
I did not know you weighed.
What would you guess my heaviest? I'm 5'8", for those of you that don't know.
What were you, like 175?
I weighed at my max in college. I weighed 210.
Oh.
Like I was pushing 215. I was pushing 215.
What are you doing?
You know what I weigh right now?
I mean, you weigh 150.
I like no. I weigh
160,
175.
175. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a healthy weight.
That's what I like. It's between 175 and 170. Like in
Okay.
between there. And I was 210. I'm pushing like 215.
Man, in your prime of your career.
In my prime. You know what the weird thing was? Is I'm not joking. I would work out every day or every other day. You know, like I'd been working out. I swear I would work out every day. It was all about my diet. I would just ate shit food.
Gotcha.
And like I didn't know anything about dieting. So because when I was younger, all I would have to do was work out because my metabolism was great, you know? So I would eat shit food and work out. I would still be like
But you're saying
skinny.
your metabolism went down in college, or you just partied more?
I think it was both. It was
You partied a lot more.
It was,
You
it was
drinking.
alcohol.
Yeah.
It was alcohol, and it was definitely the food, and my metabolism went down. But then I also, was just eating shit food.
Yeah. You have a good diet now?
Yeah. I try to eat. Yeah, because if you eat bad, you feel, again, it's just like the whole thing. You'll feel, when you wake up in the morning, you're like, I feel like crap. You're like, oh, that's right. I had a burger yesterday.
But it tasted great, dude.
It tasted great. Yeah, it does taste great. I mean, it's definitely not, but you just got to it's about discipline, about putting your mind, or like how you want to feel versus how you feel now, you know?
Gotcha.
So I don't know.
Man, you could host a seminar on eating clean.
Yeah, I mean, well, I always tell everybody, you know, of a good risk, if you're trying to quit drinking soda or something, you know, like that, don't drink soda for like 2 weeks. Just cut off solid, and then for one day just drink sodas, you know, drink 2 or 3 sodas at their 2 weeks of not drinking soda, right?
Wait, so let me get it straight. So for somebody that wants to quit drinking
if you want to quit
sodas,
sodas,
you say, hey, start off by not drinking for 2 weeks, because
Right.
2 weeks is an attainable period, you think?
Right, yeah. I think you do 2 weeks.
Okay, so what happens after 2 weeks? You can just pound sodas?
I don't know. This isn't like, I'm just saying, I would guess 2 weeks to like kind of wean yourself off, you know, of if you're drinking sodas every day and then you go 2 weeks.
Yeah,
now
when was
your
the
body,
last-
I think
when
your
was the last
body's
time
gonna,
you kicked
your
out
body's
your-
gonna adjust. I don't drink. I mean, I don't drink. So I mean, I will drink sodas. I will drink. So I don't buy, like, if I do, it's a treat. Like, oh yeah, I'm in a grocery store, I'm gonna get a soda, you know,
sure.
or I'm tired, I'm gonna get a soda. I never like just am eating lunch and say I'm gonna get a soda, or eating dinner. I usually just drink water or juice.
Just don't get a liter of soda?
Yeah, I'm not a soda guy.
Okay, well, sodas aren't the only thing. What about?
But I don't think it tastes. I don't think. Well, not. That's what I'm saying. Once you go 2 weeks without drinking soda, and then you start drinking soda, I don't think you'll like the taste, because it doesn't taste very good. You're just used to it.
But for somebody that's been drinking it, like, I'm just saying, using an example, like some people drink it for lunch and dinner. So you're telling me like they can go 2 weeks without drinking at all? That's gonna be a non-attainable feat.
I mean, if you're trying to, I think it's. I mean, I just think it's really bad for you. The sugar, sugar.
No, for sure. But like,
sugar is
that's like telling somebody not, like, pretty much that's like cold turkey stopping. Some people can't do it. It's like a drug to some.
All right, think about where we get sugar from. Sugar cane, right? But it's very it's very
No, sugar is 100%.
you know,
bad.
yeah, you cut it. It takes like a foot of sugar cane to make a tablespoon of sugar. You know, it's like a whole bunch. You really have to condense the sugar down to eat it, right? So when you go to the store, that's a lot of sugar cane that you're buying to make sugar, but
because it's in everything.
because it's in everything. But when it's in nature, your body, you know, naturally, your body, the only way it could get sugar is by chewing on sugar cane, and you would have to eat a foot to get a tablespoon, right?
No, well, you can get it from other fruits.
So
Fruits have natural sugar.
Yeah, natural sugar, but not nearly as much as adding sugar, right? Which they do.
Yeah, correct.
So when you drink something like soda and it's got all that sugar, you're basically, you know, your body's like, I'm not designed to process. You're putting something in me that I'm not even designed to be able to process, because there's no way that your body should get that much sugar in nature.
Right.
So your body's like, whoa, you know, it's got to readjust and break all that down, and it's not good for it. I don't think. It just wasn't designed to take that.
You're right, man. It's not good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big fan of sweets. You've seen
I mean,
seen my
dude,
place?
I know. You eat the hard cake. I don't get hard. I know. I love sweets, but I love sweets. I love cakes, and pies and donuts. I'm pastries. I'm a big.
Right.
But
yeah,
dude.
sodas don't really get me. I like something other than water once in a while, but at work all I drink is water.
Right. What I tell people is my diet. My diet is I try to stay from bread, sugar, and milk. I try to stay away from I just try to eat those as little as I possibly can, and just try to stick with vegetables and meat for the main part. And every now and then I'll go crazy with some bread or something.
Yeah, that's not very. That's not that strict.
It's not strict.
Very.
And if you are gonna eat something bad, just try not to eat it late. That's the other thing too. It's like if you are, if you're gonna eat a hamburger, eat it at 11 in the afternoon, not at 10:30 at night before you go to bed.
Why does the timing matter?
Because you're gonna at least have that time. You're still gonna be up for another 6 hours. So if you eat that burger, you're gonna be still walking around and moving around, so you can at least burn it. Because you'll be awake. But if you eat a shit meal right before you go to bed, you're not. It's just gonna sit in your stomach and your body.
Correct.
So
we should call Sunday sessions with Dr. JP.
I mean, that's just what where
he gives health
it's
tips.
It's just easier, it's easier. I mean, people don't know. I mean, I didn't know it until I started. I was tired. After I got that heavy out of college, I was like, I can't. And I started changing my diet, and I realized it was nothing but the diet.
What made
that's
you?
What made me lose all that weight.
What was the point where you were just like, was one of your shirts too tight, or
dude? Dude. I was like, no. You know what it was? You know what it was? I got acid reflux at night when I was laid down.
I get that. I'm a skinny person. I get that. But
I never got. I love spicy food. That's my number one go-to. The hotter, the better.
But I'll get to it.
I can't give up my hot
spicy foods does something to obviously you could eat a lot of it, but it does build, like what you're saying, acid reflux, right?
No, but I don't have acid reflux. I love hot food. I would be so heartbroken.
So what happened?
I just started. No, I couldn't sleep. I still have what's the thing where you can't sleep at night? The breathing thing, the sleep apnea.
Oh, sleep apnea.
I think I have that.
Okay.
And so I just couldn't sleep, and I was getting acid reflux for bed. I was like, it's gotta be because I was pushing 215. I was getting fat, all my clothes would fit. I was like, damn it. I was like, all right, well, like I said, I was working out because I was working out. It just wasn't making sense because I didn't know anything about it. So I was working out every day. I was like, how am I still getting fatter? After working out every day. So I was like, all right, let me try the diet.
You worked out, but you didn't change anything about your eating.
And that's why I still got. I got to 215 when I was jacked. I could have bench pressed I was pushing 300 to bench press. That was my max.
Right, but I mean, I guess working out at the same time, there's also different types of working out, right?
Yeah, I was doing. I would run. I would run a mile.
Oh, you would still run?
I do that still. When I started working out, I try to do cardio I usually run a mile or I do stairs. I do some kind of cardio to start every workout.
Oh, okay.
Because I think cardio,
it's important.
It's important. It's a good warm up.
Okay, so it was definitely a majority of it was your diet. That was
for sure.
Holding
and it was just starting to make and I was just like, it was starting to make me uncomfortable, unhealthy, and I like I said, I like doing stuff, so I was like, I don't want to be.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, at least you recognize yourself, man. You didn't have anybody trying to change your ways.
Yeah, I was a self-proclaimed.
That's good. You didn't find a candy wrapper underneath your bed one too many times.
I left a wrapper and my girlfriend slipped on it and she hit her head on the desk and she killed herself. And ever since then, I knew my Snickers addiction had gotten out of hand.
Yeah.
To this day, sometimes at night I wake up screaming, "No Milky Ways, please."
Yeah, I guess we joke about it, but I mean, it's one of those things that it's definitely it needs to be part of the education process when you're growing up.
Yeah,
learning English or science. It's dude, you need to learn that certain foods.
The funny thing is
actually, you don't even have to that's not. You don't even have to learn that like fast food and stuff is bad. You just have to learn what is good. I think if you know what is good for your body, you automatically know that the stuff that is like really costs cheap, like pretty much like the stuff that's fast and cheap are the stuff that isn't great for your body, you know?
Yeah.
After you know what's good for it. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that was the other thing too. When I grew up, we were in the prime of the fast food. You know, I felt like we were in high school. Yeah, we were in high school. Don't you think you grew up in the peak of fast food? I think it's gone down. But like, here's what happened. You know, they introduced it and they just they started building up everything. I don't know when did McDonald's start. I don't know, 1950s. When do you think McDonald's started? I think, you know, when fast food really started to take up. Yeah, I want to see when they started.
I think they started before 1950s because the 1950s was when KFC started. Mr. Colonel Sanders.
Dude, boom. 1955. San
KFC
Bernardino.
started in 1950.
No, McDonald's started in 1955. All right, so my point is McDonald's started in 1955. That's when they just started the concept, and then everyone else started doing it soon after, right? That's when the chains started popping up through the 60s and 70s, obviously, and it was still building, but I feel like by the 90s probably there was pretty much all, you know, there's still some new chains, but Arby's, McDonald's, KFC, all those things were around by then. Mm-hmm. Right? So it had just become a thing. All these things are now established in the 90s, and they are now tuning in. They're adding to their menu. They're now there. Now the only thing to do is to make fast food as cheap and as good tasting as it can be, and they wouldn't give a fuck about the health. They didn't even consider that. So they're like, let's make stuff cheap, let's make it taste good, and let's sell as much as we can in the 90s. That's what they did. And they did that. And then I think like after like 2000, I don't think it happened until, so that was like in the 90s. And I think it didn't happen until 2000 and I would say after we graduated, probably like 2008, when people started noticing, like, I think when Instagram came along and people started, you know, getting into health. And I think that's when everyone started realizing the shit that because everyone was fat. Everyone was getting fat, I feel like. And then Instagram came around and everyone tried to do this health. And so people started looking at fast food and the health effects of it. Because I think we really started seeing the health effects of it around that time.
Right.
So people finally started looking at, okay, what is it that these fast food people are putting in their food? And what exactly are we eating? Because we wouldn't, you know, there's only like 10 or like 15 or 20 years between the 90s and 2000, when we noticed those 20 years, we realized like, okay, there's definitely something going on with the food, and it's definitely not good for us. And then people started and then that's when McDonald's started selling salads, you know, and everyone started trying to get healthy, you know.
Putting calories.
But I grew up. That's what I'm saying. I grew up in that prime when everybody was just going crazy.
You trying to blame that.
I'm trying to I'm trying to make myself feel better about being a fat piece of shit.
Trying to blame your childhood. This is how I got.
You owe me.
This is how I got to 210. You bitches.
I never got kissed before. I missed out.
I will add to your point though. Remember whenever they came out with boxed cereal, that probably took away people making breakfast. You know. Because like people probably used to go to diners and stuff to eat like breakfast and stuff, but now it's like when they came out with cereal, you could just store that at your house and it's easy. And then milk was easier to store too, right?
Right.
And then you could just eat milk and cereal, and then that would be your breakfast instead of having to make eggs and bacon and all that stuff. You know.
I think cereal has got to be one of the worst things.
It's bad. I like it.
And right when you wake up in the morning,
right.
Like, why would you do that? It's like a McGriddle. Yeah, it's delicious, but why would you do that? You're like guaranteed yourself your rest of your morning you're gonna feel like
maybe
shit.
When the first when cereal was first created, like the first like
it was literally nothing but sugar.
Remember, dude? No. Like,
you know what we used to do?
The first oatmeal cereal, but then when like Frosted Flakes and stuff came out, then we were screwed. But yeah,
do you remember we used to get Frosted Flakes and then add.
When you say we, you're saying
me.
You and you. Yes, you 210-pound you would do that. Don't put anybody else.
I told you that in confidence, dude. Well, I felt like other people did this too. We used to get Frosted Flakes and then take a spoonful of sugar and add it on
nobody
top
did
of
that. That was just me, huh?
All right, my bad. All right, I thought I was gonna take you down that road with me. I thought we were taking a cruise down memory lane. You weren't even in the same road.
Did you skip diabetes class? You were like, dude. Say, hey,
I didn't think it was
I wanna
that.
go.
Okay, well, I didn't know. Yeah, man. All right, well, there you go. Well, that's how I became 215 pounds. Yeah, I used to do that. Sorry, man. Sorry for having a good time.
Hey, how's that sugar in your blood? Yeah, I've been eating Frosted Flakes with spoonfuls of sugar for 10 years.
This guy's 12 years old. He's got blood pressure of a 80-year-old senile man. What has he been doing?
Oh, man. Dude. Yeah, man. But yeah, if I would be real, yeah, I mean, candy these days are almost just as bad.
Dude, I was, yeah, candy's the worst. Yeah, I can't believe you eat candy. I feel like you're an adult. There should only be certain times that you're eating candy. For Halloween, you know. Otherwise,
so
hard candy
true.
like Skittles. Like
That's
I get
so
it.
true,
I get it if you want chocolate. You know, I bought some fine chocolates from the store, and I, you know, I want you to try these. They're from Europe. I got that. But if you're just like getting Skittles in a gas station every day, and you're over 30, what are you doing?
Wait, why is it cutting out?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you just do.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
sometimes.
You're right. A grown individual should
You're
not,
right. Like a
should not
grown,
be
you should
buying
not. It
Skittles.
shouldn't even be a thing. It shouldn't be a thought.
On
Hey,
a
I'm gonna go to the
Sunday
store
night.
and buy some. You know, yeah. If you're,
you're
okay,
going
go
to movies,
yeah, of
yes,
course.
you're
That's a
going
different
movies,
situation.
yeah.
You're going for a situation. You know, it's like social drinking. Yeah, I'm gonna go to a bar, have a few beers with my friends for their birthday, rather than it's Tuesday. I'm gonna go shit faced off at home by myself. Those are two different scenarios.
Yeah, don't compare my Skittle problem to your drinking.
I didn't say. I think the Skittle problems was your health problem.
The Skittle
Do you know
problem's-
anything
The Skittle
since-
problem's a lot harder to kick. I'd say that much.
You know anything about this Cyntoia Brown? Do you know what I'm talking about? That girl, that sex worker that killed her assailant or something? Okay.
What you read it on?
I just, Yahoo. I mean, I kind of heard some of it. Like, I think she was, like, forced to be a prostitute or something. And then she had a breakdown and killed some dude, some John. And she was on trial for his murder. But, and apparently they sentenced her to 51 years.
I did not hear about this story.
I can't say. How do you say her name? Cyntoia. How do you say that? Just Brown. Brown was a 16 and a victim of sex trafficking when she was arrested for killing a man who allegedly solicited sex from her, John Allen. In order to defend herself, she says she believes he was reaching for his gun to kill her. However, Tennessee Supreme Court clarified her early ruling that she must remain in prison for 51 years before she's eligible for release. The Supreme Court's response comes after a lawsuit was filed claiming Brown's life sentence was unconstitutional based on a previous Supreme Court ruling that said no sentencing a minor to a mandatory life sentence was against the Constitution. Only 20 states in the District of Columbia have banned life without parole for minors. Damn. Yeah, dude, you shouldn't have life without parole for minors for sure.
She was. Oh, so she committed the crime at 16.
For two things. I don't think
she committed that act at 16. I
Here's
would say is a
two
crime.
things. I was like, one, how do you say that name? How do you say your name, Jang?
Her name is Cynthia.
Cynthia. No, that's not it.
No, Cynto.
I can't say it either. Okay, just Brown. We're just gonna call her
What
Brown.
is it, Miss Brown, man?
All right. Anyways, there's two things. Like how she was forced into like sex trafficking. Who knows what that did to that girl? I don't care what she did to that dude. You cannot know her mental state after that something like that happens to someone. So how are you gonna convict? Most likely she's got a mental illness, which anyone in that situation would understandably have. And I wouldn't, if she goes off and has a breakdown and kills someone, I would not say that me or anyone could know her state of mind at the time, and that she couldn't be guilty for that reason. Does that make sense? That's what I think. I don't care what she did. I don't care if she even plotted. She was a minor and she was sex trafficked. I'm not saying you shouldn't convict her of assault, but I don't know if you can convict her or like the murder as a sane person, because I don't think there's any way to know what her state of mind was.
So would you just let her go then?
I wouldn't let her go, but I wouldn't feel comfortable giving her a life sentence.
Okay, then what were you gonna do? You're gonna send her to
I just don't think, especially since she was younger. I mean, 51 years, dude. You just sentence that girl to death.
Essentially. Right.
So I don't know. Someone that was, I think, a little bit of empathy is in order. What are you looking at?
Oh, she took his wallet? That's weird.
Oh, she took his wallet? Is that why?
Mm-hmm.
But still, oh man, I bet you that was probably, that was probably a big part of it.
Man, he probably had some coupons in there. That's it.
Why would you think that?
I was just joking, man. He's 43.
The other thing was, she's like, dude, she's brown. If that girl, no offense, did you see that picture of her?
Mm-hmm.
The other thing was, I was like, if that girl was blonde haired and blue eyed, would we be having this conversation?
I don't want to get in that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to have that conversation either, but it is a legit question. If that girl was blonde, that's the first thing I thought. I go, if that was a blonde hair, blue eyed woman that had the same scenario, was in the same scenario, I don't want to think about it, but I think it would probably play a factor. If she was sex trafficked.
So you're saying we got to go find a blonde hair, blue eyed girl? And
I'm saying I would, because we can't answer those two questions on her state of mind and whether we would be even having this conversation if she looked differently.
But just because you can't answer those questions, though, you can't just say, hey, all right, well, nothing happened then, you know?
You're innocent until proven guilty. You absolutely can say we don't.
No, you cannot.
Dude.
You still have to say, like, somebody still has to answer for the death of somebody in that situation.
I understand that. Okay, put it this way. You're in a zoo, a petting zoo, and they have a wolf that they're letting people go touch. And the wolf looks friendly, and they go, "Where did you get this wolf from?" And they go, "Well, it's a rescue, but she's been rescued for 10 years. It was previously beaten by its owner, but we rescued it, and for 10 years, it's been a gentle giant. She loves everybody. She's gonna give you kisses. If you want a picture with this wolf, you can go in that cage as an adult and take your picture with it." So when you enter that cage, you in your mind already know there is they say that this thing is nice, but there is always a chance that wolf's gonna have a mental snap and fuck you up, right? That's a chance, because this wolf was abused,
right?
And it's not like a regular wolf, no matter what,
right?
And it's still a fucking wolf.
So what you're saying is,
I'm saying is the guy that went in there,
he should expect for sex and to die.
You should expect. I mean, you don't know. I mean, obviously this lady's been sex trafficked. There might be something mentally wrong with her. They're not that usually the healthiest people. She might be on drugs. And so when you go into that situation, you're putting yourself in a situation with a wolf that might turn out bad.
So you're saying that the first crime kind of doesn't justify the second crime.
Right. It's just like, I don't know. Is it not? Should we not take it? We're not going to even take that in consideration at all? Can we not take that? I mean, let's be adults about this, really. You're just gonna say no. It's totally her fault, no matter what the scenario. I mean, there's a circumstance around it, and of course he didn't deserve to die, and he didn't. But again, we weren't there. We don't know.
Right. I think the toughest part is that you can't really know because the only two people in the room.
Right. Exactly. That's probably
the killer
right.
And the other one is
right.
dead.
And the fact that she took his wallet makes it look like a robbery. But I mean, But again, maybe she's just.
And the fact that
who knows what her state of mind was, though.
Her choice of work doesn't make her the best. What should we call it? Yeah, it doesn't make her the best person on the stand too. So yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But again, would we be having this conversation if it was a white lady standing there?
It was a white prostitute?
Yeah, with blue eyes. Yeah. The lady that killed her, let's put it this way, the lady that killed her daughter, what's her name? Yates, allegedly or whatever, got off.
That was a long time ago.
If it was this lady in this situation, would it be different if she was cute and tiny?
Yeah.
Exactly, right?
It's tough to say, man.
It's tough to say. But the fact that it's tough to say is something to think about. I don't think you should throw the book 51 years at someone when you can't say those two things.
Yeah, But what I'm most curious about is that when the crime happened at 16, aren't you protected by a lot of laws that you were like underage? Essentially, you can't be tried as an adult.
That's what they were saying. It was the life for a minor has been abandoned in only 20 states, and the District of Columbia has banned them. So only 20 of them. There are 20 states where you cannot get life as a minor, but this just doesn't happen to be one of them.
Where was this?
Tennessee. Looks like. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, man. You should have done it in California. She would have been off scot-free.
You know what's really stupid is that we have different laws. That is the dumbest shit, and we call ourselves one United States,
yeah,
right?
That is true.
Dumbest shit.
If you were gonna do that, you should have done it in California for sure. You would have.
Yeah, shit, man. Would have given you a ticket and let you, let you go write that shit off.
He sex trafficked you? All right, yeah. We get the bus. Someone get this girl a bagel.
Yeah.
Get her out of here.
Shit, man. It would have been like a $50 fine, and we'll see you in community service.
Don't be late. Be sure to bring your reflective vest.
Oh man, yeah, that's the real dumb stuff. Is that we have different laws. Yeah, you can buy liquor on Sunday at Cali, but you can't buy liquor on Sunday in Texas. That's gotta be the dumbest shit.
How can we? The fact that law is still around. It's just like, I don't know. I just like we're all adults. If anything, you're just making this more inconvenient. I get it for late at night. I get it. You don't want to sell liquor past 11. I get that, because there's idiots that will, past midnight. At midnight, you want to cut people off because it's fucking midnight and nobody will, go to bed. You drunk motherfucker. I get that. We're not gonna drink. We're not gonna sell liquor past 11. We're not gonna sell it past midnight. That makes sense to me.
For the whole motherfucking day, sir.
Yeah. But Sunday, I can't buy liquor. I can't buy liquor until 12.
My birthday's Sunday. I gotta plan ahead of time.
I'm just fucked for no reason because you.
Yeah, because you want to keep this facade of a Bible Belt state, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that where it came from?
I just feel like a kid. Like, let me buy what I want to buy. I'm not an idiot. Same thing with they do the same thing at football games. I hate that though. They stop selling beer in the third quarter, which kind of makes sense.
Whoa, that makes a lot
because they're
of
like,
sense.
hey man, and still people are just like going crazy. Makes sense. But it just makes me feel like that makes me sad that we're too stupid. Like, we can't even be trusted with fucking.
It's funny, there are things on this earth that's like, look, we gotta control ourselves from it, or we will literally die. Because, like you're saying, we're too dumb to know when it's too much.
It's just like, is a law to like, you gotta put on sunblock when it's sunny outside. What?
It's like, yeah, I've been to the bathroom 20 times tonight. Yeah, I should probably stop drinking any amount of liquid.
Yeah. I can't open my mouth or move my eyes. I should probably stop drinking right now.
Man. Yeah, man. Drink till your liver gives out. Sex till your dick falls out.
It's a bad philosophy to live your life by. It's a bad philosophy.
What else we got? I'm watching the Spurs Jazz right now.
It's Christmas time, Chang. What's your big request for Christmas? What are you asking for?
Asking for good health, like you're saying. Continuation of good health, I think is important.
Well, no one can buy that at Walmart for you, so what else?
So people can stop sharing their alcohol with me. That would help my health a lot. That would be good.
You want to make a law about it? What are you talking about? You can.
What I want that's like a materialist, like that you could buy. I didn't know you wanted something that I could buy.
Yeah, well, are you not requesting to? Yeah, did you not ask?
What am I making a list of Santa? I haven't done that in years.
I didn't say. I'm just saying. Do you have an idea of what if someone asked you what you would want? Do you have an idea of what you would give them?
Yeah, I would like my debt to go away, my bills to be paid.
Oh, it's just 30 G's, no problem then.
Yeah, no problem.
How much do you?
I would like my car to age backwards.
Dude, when you gonna buy a new car, man? It's time.
Yeah, I mean,
you just gonna ride till the wheels fall off?
Yeah, you want to pay my car notes?
Dude, don't act like you're not balling out of control, Chang. For y'all that don't know, Chang secretly got that Asian mafia money. He's a billionaire.
Yeah, I'm not making any
money.
He's
got that Asian mafia money.
From this podcast.
If you ever see him out in the streets, just be like, hey, Chang, give me $10.
Yeah.
And he'll just pop out like an ATM.
Remember a barbershop when they stole the ATM machine?
I never saw a barbershop.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. I saw it. I don't remember. Wait, tell me the story though. I'm never gonna.
You saw Barbershop.
I'm never gonna see this movie. So
Oh.
go through the scenario.
no, it was just a scene where they stole the ATM machine, and in the movie when you steal the ATM machine, I guess they tried to open the machine and like they couldn't, obviously, because
Yeah.
it's like very
It's an
sealed.
ATM. Yeah.
Well, it's ATM, yeah. And I guess there's a lot of federal offenses that get attached
Yes.
to when you try to
Mhm.
steal an ATM
Yes.
machine,
Yeah.
which I was also not aware of.
Yes.
And I guess when you remove the ATM machine from whatever set place you're taking it from, they will also know that that machine has been taken offline from that place.
Mm-hmm.
So they automatically already know that the machine has been tampered with. So
Mhm.
you only have a limited amount of time to crack open that machine or whatever
Before what?
before the feds kick your door down.
Oh, because they know where the
'Cause,
machine
yeah.
is. They got like a tracker on it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And yeah, so but it's funny. That was a funny scene.
Do you?
You think that would you jack one of those machines, those claw machines, with all the toys and stuff? Yeah, but some of the ones that have the iPhones and stuff, you know, the real fancy ones, the real fancy
Would I
vending
jack
machines.
them? That's the thing. People. That's the thing about stupid crimes like this. You got to think. All right, think about it.
Stupid crimes.
Let me explain something to you. If you like rob a convenience store, you got to think, what's the max amount of money you're gonna get? Like, let's say that. Let's say you do steal one of those vending machines that you're talking about. How much money do you think you can get out of that, realistically? Let's say there's, just think of all the inventory that they usually have in there. What would you say the max you can get?
10K.
You get 10K. That's a good number.
10K.
10K.
Yep.
All right, you got 10K now. Maybe.
No,
All right.
I have 10K.
All right, you have 10K. All right.
I have 10K off
right.
of iPhone and iPhone accessories.
All right. You got that 10K. Not only do you run the risk of getting caught or not being able to make 10K, maybe you'll only make 2 or 3. Besides that problem of maybe getting caught, let's say you do get caught. You now are in jail. You have to bail out of jail.
Well,
You have to now find a lawyer, hire a lawyer to defend you. How much is a bail? Let's say bail's for bringing entry. I don't know what it is. I would say I would assume 1,000, maybe 5,000, depending on what you stole. I don't know. Let's say bail's 1,000, and then you hire a lawyer. A lawyer is gonna be at least 5,000. So out of your 10,000, you just spent 6,000 on jail.
well, if you got caught, you can't use any of the 10,000. Do you think they'll let you use that money?
If you got cash in the bank, they're not gonna say, "Oh, this is how would I think in the stop?" Like, "Oh no, that's the cash you stole."
Oh, saying you already sold
Yeah.
all your merchandise?
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
You see
for
what I'm
sure.
saying?
I
So,
do see what you're saying.
so let's say they do come. So there's 1,000 for bail, 5,000 for a lawyer, and you just spent you just spent a couple of nights in jail, and you have the potential for going. Let's say you get sentenced for robbery. I don't know. You probably get spend a month. I don't know what it is. I don't know how long you spend. How much time do you spend for burglary?
Saying you actually get convicted?
Yeah.
You might spend a year in jail.
Yeah, let's say you do a year. You just made $4,000 for a year, where you could have gotten a part-time job at McDonald's and made
All right,
more.
man, I get it. You give
It just doesn't make sense. I'm just saying.
So you're saying
money. I'm saying money wise.
I should rather hold up the bank.
Yeah, if you're gonna go all in, yeah, you might as well go for the ATM big time, because you're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? You might as well go for
Good
big
thing
money.
I've been watching a lot of Netflix bank robbery
Do you know
movies.
my mom? My mom was a manager of a retail store. I'm not gonna tell which one, but she
That got held up?
no, they did some straight up Ocean's 11 shit. You know what they did?
What? They
Straight
cut a hole?
They cut a hole in the fucking ceiling. They got ropes. They shimmy down on ropes. The guy got a blowtorch.
Oh, you know it's
Just
a guy.
the ATM.
Could be a girl.
It's true. It's sexist of me. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. The
shit,
women
man.
are strong. Do you know they're making some?
You not seen?
They're making that new their husbands died and they owed a debt. And now they have to rob a bank. It's supposed to be
Yeah, I think I saw
remind
a
me of
trailer
that.
for
Remember that Set It Off movie back in the day with Queen Latifah? It wasn't a bad movie. It was alright.
Latifah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Queen Latifah played. Yeah. Anyways,
Charlie's Angels.
to finish up the story, they shimmy down on ropes, got a blowtorch, just went for the ATM, and I think they got a good amount. They got like 30. The thing was, they didn't just hit that one store. They like planned it out. They hit like 3 or 4 stores. So altogether, they got like 100K.
Oh, okay. So that was to you.
And to me, that was what, that makes sense. One night,
Right.
the problem with that is they had to have like 3 or 4 guys, so it was split up between them. So you mean still getting 30K or something like that.
You think they had to use heavy machinery for a lot of that stuff?
No, but you have to know what you're doing, and you're gonna have to have people spot you. Someone on the lookout.
You need somebody on the inside, right? To get
you need someone on the, and you gotta. The thing is, like, these guys have to know what they're doing, so it makes you wonder. Like, these guys are trained, smart criminals.
They also know the layout of the place.
Yeah, and they knew. They also, that was the thing. They had motion sensors, and so that's why that's the reason they didn't just break in. They knew that they had motion sensors, so
right.
that's why they drilled a hole in the ceiling and just went down a rope, so they wouldn't trip the sensors.
Oh.
Yeah.
These are some smart dudes.
Yeah.
So you got away with it for sure?
They did I believe they did get away with it.
Oh, nice.
I don't think the news likes to tell stories like that. But yeah, how you gonna the news has a hard problem catching, petty crimes. You think they get these? There's no shot they have any idea who these guys are.
That's true. Yeah, like saw holes in the ceiling. Like, damn, dude, they got us again. Got us real good.
You think the manager just walked in, looked at him, was just like, come on, not again, guys.
I paid $1,000 for these motion sensors each. Hired Bob in the front. He didn't see shit.
Dude, you would not want to work. I feel like everyone should have to work with customer service for at least like a year.
Security. I was like,
no,
dude,
fuck that. That's a shitty job.
Well,
that's like the top worst job to have because they don't pay you, because you don't have any actual authority to do anything, and they also expect you to be there. The only time they're gonna need you is a shitty situation, and you're not trained to do that job. You ever seen a security guard? You're like, what the fuck is this motherfucker? I will fucking outrun. I got boots on. They're not even laced. I'm gonna outrun this motherfucker. If he does catch me, I would drop kick him with one.
Yeah, man, dude, those guys is all about their passion for the job, man. If they catch you, it's not because they're faster.
You think people growing up thinking, man, I can't wait to get that security job at Abercrombie when I grow up.
I can't wait to enforce the law with no weapons.
And just have African American ladies yell at me all day.
Yeah. Seriously. Get paid minimum wage to fight these people. Yeah. It's not fun.
Did you know? I haven't watched this.
Watch what?
There is on Vimeo, I think there is a documentary on organ farming in China.
Oh,
dude! And apparently, I was like, okay, you always hear stupid shit like that, like But apparently, I think it is an actual problem over there. Like, I don't think there's like a story. I think they're actually having problems with it. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've done no research and also have no idea what I'm talking about. But that's what I've heard. Wait, I'll show you the stat. I don't even know if the stat is real, but I'm gonna share it with you because it might be.
I hear stuff like that. I just one, I don't know enough about it. 2, I'm too scared to read up more about it. 3.
You've been to China though before, Cheng. So what?
You think the tour bus took me by the organ farms? Like, what do you think? They just this is where we do the organ farming. Like to the left, I was like, nah, I'm not looking.
Oh, China does not give a fuck. Yeah, they do whatever they want.
Of course, what I just say though.
But I thought you were part of the Asian. I thought the part of the Asian mafia. I thought you got insight to stuff like that. Do you not?
No,
I feel like
man.
they all. Hey, my uncle. I feel like every Asian person is like, hey, my uncle got the inside scoop on the Asian farm industry. So if you need a kidney, he's gonna hook you up. I feel like anyone can do that.
I've been real busy. I haven't been to those meetings lately. Maybe that's what they've been talking about. I have no idea. I haven't been paying my dues.
Yeah, man. You're not even in. You're out of the game, man.
Dude, yeah, but I still want to be just like
the point of having you as a friend is that I can have someone on the inside of that circle, dude.
Yeah, I don't know enough about organs and organ farming.
If you need to know something about cocaine, or getting out of the country, I can hook you up. If I go to organ farming, I expect you to be there.
Organ farming. Man, I feel like if you want to buy organs, man, you should go to a valid retailer.
What is that?
You should go to like a hospital, like a legit hospital.
Is that a name of a hospital?
Yeah, man, you should go to like an American hospital, a U.S. hospital, if you're trying to buy an organ.
No, they were saying don't come to. All right, here it is. All right, I don't know if this is true. Let's look this up. Listen to the statistic, right? I'm getting this off the internet, so it's probably not, but it sounds interesting. The average wait time for adult kidney transplant in the UK is
My kidneys hurt thinking
is 1,095 days. In the US, it's 1,825 days. In China, it's 15 days.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, where are they getting all these organs from? The documentary is called Medical Genocide, Hidden Mass Murder in China, Organ Transplant Industry. Not only have I not seen the documentary, I have done no research, and this could all be bullshit, but it sounds interesting, and I'm going to watch that documentary, and I'll follow up on what it's like. I just thought it was, that's the second time I've heard about it recently. So I was wondering, I was like, is this a thing? And I thought, no better way to find about the China market than asking an Asian, but I've got the worst Asian friend in the world. I forgot.
Look, I'm reading it right now.
While we're listening,
I need to read up a little more about this before I get back.
Yeah, but I was just curious if you heard anything about it. It's because I just been hearing about a lot about it recently. I don't know if it's true or not. You know.
I'm sure it is, man. It's on the internet.
Do you ever watch trending videos on YouTube? I check them out sometimes just to see what stupid people are doing.
All the time, man. What are you watching right now?
I just look up. A lot of them look so stupid. Like, it's just like, you just know it's kids. It's got to be kids. You know, the videos that they watch, you're just like, this is so dumb. Dude, I'm looking forward to that new Aladdin movie so much. I want to see that.
New what movie?
That new Aladdin movie?
The Disney Aladdin?
Yeah. No, well, yeah, the remake they're making. You know, Will Smith's in it. He's the genie.
Oh, why they do all these new remakes, man? They're doing the Lion King remake.
I don't know if I want, because they know people are gonna go watch it. That's why they do all the remakes, because they know people will go watch it, so it's not as big of a risk.
But they don't change the storyline at all.
No, because they know that Chang saw the original one, and Chang is gonna go see this one just for memory's sake and do the comparison. So they'd rather spend money on that because they know for sure that people are gonna watch it, rather than they don't know it's something new. You have that uncertainty on whether people are gonna go watch it or not.
I agree, man. I watch certain remakes, like ones that really, really, I don't know. Aladdin, might wait for that.
Did you know A Star Was Born was a remake? I did not know that.
Talking about the Bradley Cooper movie?
Yeah.
That was a remake of what?
I don't know. My stepmom told me it was a remake of some movie, like the same. I think it was called the same thing. Barbra Streisand was in it, apparently.
I believe you. I didn't watch then. I won't watch now.
Have you heard this new Garden Angel song by Expectation?
I heard that album has been gaining a lot of hype.
It's not bad. Dude, it's sad. I don't want to hear, it's just a sad thing to hear, though, about...
What do you mean?
I mean, he's gone now. So the music that who knows how good he could have been. It's just like losing anybody young. Who knows what they could have been.
So you just don't listen to Tupac and Biggie?
The thing is, I feel bad that he was a troubled guy. And I don't ever think he ever got the relief mental relief. He just always seemed to be struggling in his music. And what's the word I'm looking for? He never got any peace before he went. Even the way he went out was unpeaceful.
So you're saying he did not rest in peace?
Right. I'm saying I don't think he did. How could you? How could he? He didn't live in peace. How could he rest in peace?
He rested in chaos?
Yeah, that's the way you had to put it. You ever met anybody where you just felt their energy was off? You ever met anybody you're like, I don't know what it is about this person, but I just don't like them? I do that sometimes. I feel bad about it. It's not based on their looks. It's just sometimes their energy or their personality.
I think you got to meet the person though to be able to say something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't happen often, but it does happen sometimes where you just meet them and you're just like, for whatever reason, I don't like this person.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And he was one of those people that whenever you just heard his music or just saw him in interviews, you just felt that his energy was off, and he was just like, I just kind of had sympathy for him, had empathy for the guy.
Did you listen to the album all the way through?
No, I did not. Did you?
I haven't yet. I'm gonna do it soon.
Dude, when's Game of Thrones start up again? I gotta see that shit.
2019, right?
It's a final episode. Oh, is that when it's starting up?
2019, yeah.
You watch it or no?
I'm a big fan, yeah. This is the final episode.
I think so. Yeah, it's the final season, right? Mm-hmm. Supposedly, like every episode is gonna be like 2 hours or something. I think.
2-hour episodes?
I think so. Don't quote me on that. I don't know.
Damn. Are we gonna do a podcast review of every episode?
Yeah, fuck yeah, we can. Dude, that could be a segment for sure.
Man.
I honestly should go back and watch dude, it's been so long, and when I go back and watch the old episodes, it sucks because there's some stuff like the main storyline I'll know, but the details I won't know.
Right.
So it's like annoying because it's like, oh, wait, what happened? And then you're like, shall that? And then you're like, oh yeah, I remember this. And then you're like, what happened? It's like fucking, it's annoying.
I'm not allowing myself to go back, but I'm lazy. But I should.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you should.
I do miss a lot of the details, but there's a lot of shit I do not want to see at the same time.
Exactly. The Red Wedding. Spoiler alert.
That one's fine, but dude, I don't need to see Reet getting tortured again.
You're right, dude. Those are uncomfortable. The uncomfortable part is that, dude, shit like that used to actually happen to people. You know, this is a great time to be alive. I mean, here in the U.S., that doesn't happen to people anymore.
We can, torture like that. People probably get tortured worse ways now, though.
Would you rather die or lose your? Oh, we're spoiling this for everyone. So if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, go ahead and change channel now. Would you rather die or would you rather get circumcised or not circumcised, castrated?
It's a tough question, man.
It's a tough question, right? That's a tough question.
Definitely rather not die.
Oh man, but dude, I don't know. Yeah, we say that. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, I can't wait to the new season. You watch Rick and Morty?
No, I did not.
Oh man, I figure you.
I do. I mean, I do.
You would like Rick and Morty.
I do. Dude, you know what the problem with Rick and Morty is?
What's the problem?
You have to think. You know, you could catch all their jokes, and they talk so quickly.
You don't like that though?
You can't just. You know, I'm not relaxed. I have to focus. You know, I can't be doing anything else and watching Rick and Morty. You have to just be watching Rick and Morty.
I agree with that, but that's the beauty of that show, because like when you think about like an animated show like Simpsons or Family Guy, it's really stupid. So you really don't have to think about it too much, right? But for Rick and Morty, I think you can enjoy it in the simplest sense of just like not thinking about it. But when you do think about it, that's the best part, is when you actually realize how creative the whole show is because of how the story ties together in so many different ways, you know?
Yeah.
And like how they teach you things that you never really expected a show like that to even teach you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So
That's
like
what I
in
love.
that sense.
I love it when they break it down something complex and
it's so like it can be so many things to so many different people.
I got what you're saying. I do like that, but I'm saying that I do enjoy that when I feel like thinking about it, you know. But the fine time where you're just like, I'm just gonna sit down and watch Rick and Morty right now and think about.
Right.
I do appreciate that they take. You know, the best part about it is they take real complicated issues, everyday life, and they break it down so where you can understand it in a cartoon and make it funny.
Right.
And that's great. That's a great hard thing. And I hate it when people were like, everyone should like Rick and Morty because it's not about a stupid cartoon. It is about a stupid cartoon, but it's also about life, and it teaches you about lessons about life that you probably won't think about until someone explains it to you, and then you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense, you know. I like that.
Rick and Morty, great show.
Yeah, I don't understand people say they don't like it. Rick and
Morty's probably my most favorite show.
Really?
Yeah, to be honest.
What's your favorite episode of that show? Hey, let me try that. Our new sponsor. What is this called?
White Claw, man. We'll get them off free ads.
That is not good. I guess not, because I do not enjoy that. What is it supposed to taste? I mean, it's not bad. It's just not. I don't like that sort of flavor. It tastes like It tastes like those drinks those girls are into, Lecrae.
Yeah, you talking about those sparkling water?
What's the
type
deal
drinks?
with girls in that fucking sparkling water lately?
I don't know, man. I think it's like low calories.
Oh yeah, low calories, low sugar.
It tastes a little sweet.
For the gram girls,
Yeah,
no more Coke because they can't do the gram thing.
we have a ton of these at our house.
Coke has to own Lecrae, by the way, right? They have to. I would
yeah.
assume that. Oh, it's gonna rain tomorrow. My knee is hurting.
Oh, is your knee just like ants?
It just gets like.
Just like smarter.
No, I was sitting
average
cross-legged during this morning, and when you do that for a long period of time, it hurts my knee. Well, we're at 55 minutes.
So the golden mark.
No, but I mean, you got anything else to talk about? We could just sit here and look at each other.
The viewers would love that. No, not that I can think of, man. Nope.
Cool. Yeah, I got nothing either. All right, guys. This is a special Fresh Off the Dome episode with me and Django Bling. Sorry about the last episode.
Yeah.
I don't know if I liked it too much. We'll see. Hopefully it'll get better. We're going to get more structure.
I don't
with
think
it.
you posted it.
We'll figure it out. Find us on iTunes finally, though. Hey, Fresh Off the Dome on iTunes.
Fresh Off the Dome, iTunes.
We'll probably get it on Spotify soon. I've got backlogged a couple episodes. All of them are on YouTube at this point. They will all be getting transferred to iTunes soon. There is one episode on iTunes right now. And this one they should all be on iTunes relatively soon. But if you want to see all of them, go to freshoffthedome.com, or you're probably watching this on YouTube. So thanks for tuning in.
See you next time, man.
See you next time.